This is FIBA Podcast. Thank you for joining us in our morning daily devotion.
Words are immensely powerful. They can make you, build you, nurture you, or they can break you and tear you down. As a father, I was challenged by a proverb in the Bible that describes the words of a parent to a child in this way. It says in Proverbs 1, 8 and 9, it says that a father's or a mother's instructions are a graceful garland for your head and pendants for your neck. And I thought about this and I wondered if my words and my speech and instruction to my children was like that. Was it a graceful and is it a graceful garland for their head and a pendant for their necks? And I must confess that it's often not like that. If you're a parent listening in today, let me briefly share with you from the Proverbs in the Bible how we ought to speak to our children. How can our words be garlands for their heads and pendants for their necks? And of course, these things you can easily apply to how we speak to others in general. So if you're listening in generally, this will be helpful as well from God's word. Number one, speak gently. Proverbs 15 verse 1 says, "A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." You know what that's like. When someone responds rudely to you, you usually feel like responding rudely to them. Harshness begets harshness, but gentleness begets gentleness. And so how we speak to our children even can shape their character, and likewise how we speak to other people as well. So the first one, speak gently. Secondly, speak thoughtfully. Proverbs 15 verse 23 says, "To make an apt answer is a joy to a man, and a word in season, how good it is." You see, timely words are the most precious things a person can receive. They're far more precious than anything material, really. Think about the time when someone took the time to speak thoughtfully into your life with apt words that you needed to hear at that moment. Another proverb says it like this in Proverbs 25 verse 11, "A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in a setting of silver." Now that could mean golden apples in a silver bowl, or like carvings of golden apples against a silver background. Either way, it sounds pretty. And so a timely word or a word fitly, aptly spoken is as beautiful as apples of gold in a setting of silver. Are your words thoughtful, apt, and fitting? So speak gently, speak thoughtfully. Thirdly, speak graciously or with a pleasant tone. Proverbs 16:24 says, "Gracious words are like a honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and health to the body." You see, words that are filled with grace are like a honeycomb. And honey is sweet and healthy. And so gracious words are sweet and healthy or healing even. And so is your way of speaking like honey to your children, or do they despise your voice and your words? And is it sort of irritating to them in that sense? Or is it as sweet as honey in that way? Number 4, speak healing words. Proverbs 15 verse 4 says, "A gentle tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness in it breaks the spirit." Another translation says, "Speech that heals is like a life-giving tree, but a perverse tongue breaks the spirit." Notice here that your gentle tongue or your gentle words are likened to a tree of life. Or when your speech is healing, it builds or produces life. But when your speech is perverse or cutting, it breaks a person down and it breaks their spirit. And of all people, our children's spirit is so tender, and so we got to be able to speak in ways that are building and life-giving in that sense. And so speak healing words. Number 5, speak wisdom. Proverbs 4:10-11, it says this, "Hear my son and accept my words, that the years of your life may be many. I have taught you the way of wisdom. I have led you in the paths of uprightness." You see, wisdom is not just the impartation of knowledge, which we tend to do a lot, but wisdom is the impartation of the skill to use that knowledge in appropriate ways. And so we need to teach our children wisdom, which goes beyond simply teaching them information or knowledge. And of course, by extension, other people as well. So speak gently, speak thoughtfully, speak graciously, speak healing words, and speak wisdom. Is our speech as parents like a graceful garland and a pendant for the necks of our children? Worthwhile thinking about.
Dear listener, we are here to stand with you in your time of need. We want to pray with you and for your prayer request. Do you need someone to talk to? We are here for you. Call us or send a message at +91 636 425 2164 +91 636 425 2164. God bless you.